I am here to talk to you tonight about the space program. I tried to talk to you last night, but I had some technical problems and couldn't say what I wanted to say. But here's what I want to say. We need to put our own people into space and stop depending on the Russians. To me, as an American, it is embarrassing that we can't put our own people into orbit anymore, and that we don't do anything but orbit the Earth anymore. We don't explore anymore. I believe that the nation should start a Mars program. My goal is to land a man on Mars and bring them back to Earth safely by the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. I know that did not give us much time, but I believe that this great nation can do it. I believe that a Mars program would be a great jobs program because you have to build factories to build the rockets and to build the other stuff that the astronauts will need to survive in space. They have to have spacesuits, they have to have food, communications equipment, computers. You need places to build those things, and those factories will need restaurants and gas stations, shops, all kinds of things around them to to supply them with what they need. This is the best jobs program I can think of. You want to talk about how to stimulate the economy? I think that is one of the best ways to do it. A Mars program. Now, I don't really want to get into a space race, but if Mr. Putin in Russia wants to get in one, I'm willing to get in one, and I'm willing to beat him to Mars. Though I personally think the best way to do a Mars program is it to make it an international program, not just an American program, but an international program. But if Mr. Putin wants to have a Mars program of his own, then I'll have a Mars program. Would have a Mars program of my own, and my goal would be to beat him to the moon. To Mars. I believe this is doable, and even though this only gives us 5 years, I think it can be done in 5 years if NASA will put its mind to it, and if Congress will allocate enough money, will set aside enough money for this program. This, like I said, would be a great jobs creator. I could see millions of jobs, support jobs, being created by this program. Maybe we can even refurbish some old plants that have been closed down for the construction of the spacecraft and all the components they need. I mean, it'd be a boom to those plane companies like Lockheed Martin, who also does aerospace. Uh, it to me, a Mars program is a win for everybody. And maybe after that, we'll actually get the nerve up to try to come up with new technologies to go deeper into space. To boldly go, as they say on Star Trek, as to boldly go where no one has gone before. That's my goal. That's my hope for the United States. I think that in the 21st century, we should lead the space program like we did in the 20th century. The Soviets had a few months lead on us, but we quickly overcame them after after Yuri Gagarin uh, blasted off on April 12th, 1961. Alan Shepard came along on May 5th, 1961, and we beat the Russians. We ended up beating them to the moon. In fact, they never even got there. So, so we won. And if the Russians force us into another space race, we will beat them again. If Putin's that stupid, go for it, Mr. Putin. The United States can beat your space program any day of the week. Any day. I have no doubt that if we set our mind to it, we would beat you and your country to Mars and get our people back safe way before you even get started. Now, there are certain countries like China, for instance, who maybe in the next century will get to Mars. I imagine they will come in third, with Russia coming in second. But I expect us to come in first. And like I said, all the benefits, ladies and gentlemen, look at them: jobs, jobs, and new technologies. Things we can't even imagine today might get their start in a Mars program. The, the possibilities are almost endless for this space program. But we have to quit. The space program is in neutral right now. We need to quit just orbiting the Earth. We need to explore. We need to explore Mars. Maybe we need to explore Jupiter. Maybe Pluto. I don't know, but we need Saturn and its rings. But we need not only to get robot eyes out there, but human eyes out there to see and report on what they see. This is why a space program is so important. It is so important. It may even come up with breakthroughs that will help travel or medicine here on Earth. Just think of it. We can do this. It won't be cheap. And to paraphrase President Kennedy, we're not going to the we're not going to the moon of Mars because it is easy, but because it is hard. We Americans love a challenge. Remember when we left the East Coast and the pioneers went out west? Well, the West was the moon, or was the Mars of their day. And that's all I want to do, is I want to explore our neighborhood. Right now, we're stuck in one little part of the neighborhood. We don't even know what's in the rest of the neighborhood because we haven't sent anybody out to look. I think it's time we do send people out to look. Now, for all of you crybabies who say, we don't have the money, and some of you were complaining back in the 60s, we don't have the money, we're wasting our time. No, we came up with great medical technology and some of the technology that led to the cell phones you have or the cordless phone that I have. The space program will have many economic, scientific, and medical advantages for all of us. We will all benefit. Your children will benefit. Your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, just from a Mars program. If I were to become your president, I would start a Mars program. Might not make my goal because I wouldn't get in until 2017, but I would start a Mars program. And I think I could build a consensus in the Congress to get a program through. I dare Barack Obama to do that. I dare him to do it. But no, Barack thinks small because he doesn't think we are a great nation. Well, Mr. President, we are. And yes, we've made mistakes in the past. Yes, indeed, we've made mistakes at home with our treatment of African Americans and the Japanese during the war. We've made huge mistakes, but we've also gotten things right. we're not the cause of all, we're not the root of all evil like you seem to think we are in the world. We also helped liberate Europe in World War II. We shed blood helping free the oppressed peoples of of Europe during the war and Asia. So see, we're not the force of all evil like the president seems to believe. America can turn the 21st century into yet another American century where our grandkids can read in the books great achievements made by this country and by mankind in general. But we must dare to dream and then to act on our dreams. And with your help, if you'll get a hold of your congressman, we can do exactly that. We can move forward. We can be that shining city on the hill that President Reagan talked about. We can do all these things. Remember, it was the U.S. and the Western powers that helped bring the Berlin Wall down 25 years ago this week. Doesn't seem like it's been 25 years, but it is. And I'll tell you something. I did not think I would see the Berlin Wall come down in our in our lifetimes. The thing, if I didn't, I we saw amazing things happen in the last several years, and we're going to see more. You can mark you can mark my words on that. Just keep the faith and keep pushing your congressman for this Mars program, and America can win yet another space race. I ask for your help. I ask that you support me and my goal, and all of us goal, to see America number one in space again. Thank you, and good night.